Welcome, dear viewers, to Couch Warrior TV on YouTube. I am the Couch Warrior, and this is the Unbound Workshop. This video series is the companion to the Character Crusade Unbound podcast. And in each episode, we explore Skyrim roleplay concepts and ideas through actual gameplay. Season 1 of the podcast is called Random Skyrim Roleplay, and our character concept is Raiden, the Ashaba Undead Slayer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when last we left off, we were on our way to find Septimus Cygnus, and we pitched a camp here in Ysgramor's tomb, stayed here for the night, out of the wind. Now we got to make our way out across the ice fields. It is a dangerous journey, my friends, but we shall do it. Now, what I have realized is that the island that I am on is not the island that I want to be on at all. However, I'm trying to determine what my best course of action is at this point. And I am questioning whether or not I can make it over to the next ice flow. So I'm trying to be a realist about this. Yeah, some of these leaps are just too long. I wouldn't make it without getting wet. But there is a different route we can take that I think will get us where we need to go. Hope you all are doing well. I am doing fine. It's Friday today, and what that means is that we have released episode 4 of the podcast, which was recorded this last Monday night. So if you're interested in checking it out, episode 4 is where we talk at length about this concept of engine and fuel. What is it that fuels your character from a role play point of view? What's the engine that drives him, and what's the fuel that fuels that engine? It's a metaphor that I think is really helpful in crystallizing the direction for your character if you find yourself struggling at all. So if you'd like to take that in, you will find that on our Unbound podcast playlist on YouTube, or you can get it on the go by going to iTunes. You can get it on iTunes. Just go to iTunes, search for Unbound. If you'd rather, you can also get to all the places where that can be found by going to charactercrusade.com. Right on the homepage, you'll see the album art for all 3 of our podcasts. You can simply click on any of those, and it will take you to where you need to go, whether it be iTunes for listening, YouTube for listening, or you can actually listen right through the blog on the website itself. That works too. Either way, it is fine. All right, so what we need to be is directly underneath the archway. I'm going to go across here. So, in the last episode, we ventured up to the Mage College, and we got some information about the location of Septimus Cygnus, who is the guy who apparently is in the know when it comes to the location of this last scroll that we are looking for. How deep is this? Too deep. I'm going to go around the other way. So we're at this stage... We're at this stage in the Dawnguard quest line where, in order to continue, we have to find 2 additional scrolls. Now we've kind of split the group up. Serana is headed back to Castle Volkihar, and she is scouting the location of one scroll. Well, Raiden checks out another. Let's go right up over this. And as we've covered, I mean, of course, time is of the essence to some degree, but splitting up of the team has less to do with time constraints and actually more to do with the fact that none of them are getting along. So Raiden and Goldir are not getting along because they have a very different point of view when it comes to how the vampire should be dealt with. And then Raiden has just gotten plain sick of Serana because she keeps hiding details from him, and it's really starting to piss him off. Holy shit, that scared the bejeebers out of me. Hey, look at this. This is a new power. Oh, no. Come down here, you fuckers. I'll show you who's boss. Ooh. Ooh. That horker means business. Okay. I don't know why I'm so damn obsessed with this idea that I want to get out over these areas without getting in the water. It just seems like more realistic. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see if we can cross this ice floe. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling my way there. But we've had multiple occasions now where Raiden has found himself in a situation of learning that Serana's been keeping details from him. And it has caused him to mistrust her and frankly just get sick of being lied to all the time. So he's kind of given up on that and basically said, you go your own way for a time. I'm gonna pursue this Elder Scroll the way that I feel is correct, and I'll meet up with you later. So that's kind of what's happening. But for me, it's a good break because I do like adventuring with followers, but in the past, I've been much, much more of a solo adventurer than I have been the sort of person who really gets into having lots of followers and stuff, so it feels good to just get out there and do it this way. All right. See that peninsula right there and that ice flow? I think that is the ice flow that I want to be on. I think that's what's going to get me closest to where I need to go. Now, at the time of this recording, oh, here it comes. Oh, mother! Let's get us a little healing going here. Whew. That was damn close. My bad, too. My approach to that battle was I did not play to my strengths. I wasn't thinking. What I should have done is I should have charged that bear. Rather than falling back and waiting to meet his attack, I should have charged him. That would have been more effective. Yeah, here we go. This is where I need to be. Oh, man. It is certainly remote, is it not? All right, let's head on in. As I said, time of this recording, it is Friday night. I'm going to try to record as much material as I can tonight. But I'm actually thinking about doing a kind of a, I don't know, impromptu live stream of some Raiden maybe tomorrow afternoon, Saturday.
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex.
I heard you know about the Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire, they absconded with them. Or so they think. The ones they saw, the ones they thought they saw. I know of one, forgotten, sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp.
All right. So where is it?
Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby. Relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
All right. Can you help me get the Elder Scroll or not?
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return.
All right. What do you want?
You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept.
Where is this Black Reach?
Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mazark. Oftand, the point of puncture, of first entry, of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
How do I get in, old man?
Two things I have for you. Two shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
All right. You've got a deal, you crazy bastard. All right. So, off we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's back across the ice floes. So we've got a pretty good idea where we need to go here. There is a Dwemer ruin that is off in that direction. So I am going to head there. It's a long trudge. over territory that we have pretty much covered already. So I will meet you there. I will see you there, where we shall seek our fortune right after these messages from our sponsors. Here at Lost Barrel Brewing, we have a long tradition of crafting only the finest in ancient lagers. Great brews begin with great ingredients, and Draugr Lager is made from only the finest grains and hops, aged for thousands of years. Every batch is brewed with ice-cold water drawn from the deepest caverns below the earth, checked for body parts, and triple filtered through fairly clean burial linens, then aged for hundreds of years in elder gleam barrels. Draugr Lager is good, and is not meant for barmy, soft-gutted, plug-ugly tossers. Draugr Lager, the great taste of the undead, with no bitter afterlife.
Undead,
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are. Oh, shit. We got somebody coming. Three vampires. Spellcasters. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Not good. Okay, that's two. Come on, let's keep it together. Keep it together. Oh. That was close. Man. These vampires are all over us now. It's one ambush after another. Let's have a look. 50 units of vampire dust. That's 50 dead vampires. Not all, but most at the hands of Raiden. So when I'm thinking through this concept in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, there are probably lots of arguments going on in Castle Volkihar right now, as Harkon tries to defend his reasoning for letting a guy like Raiden go, now that Raiden is putting a dent in their numbers. Sometimes it helps when role-playing your character to try to imagine the conversations that your character's enemies are having. For a person like myself, with an overactive imagination, it actually does a lot to enhance my sense of purpose and the feeling that what I'm doing is the right thing and all of that. All right, we got to get up here. Always something eerie about that mammoth frozen in the ice. Now, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be pretty dangerous, actually. This is going to be an epic adventure into a Dwemer ruin, all the way to Blackreach. And we're doing it without any followers, so could get very interesting. troll is chasing some goats. That's fine with us. Go ahead, chase those goats. Chase those goats. All right, we need to get up in here. We're going to stay out of that mess. Let's get ourselves down here. All right, I think we made it. Now, we haven't really tested Raiden too much. Against Dwemer constructs. Not extensively. Some. There's going to be a lot of that shit going on here. All right, let's get in there, get the adventure underway, and get out of this cold as well. This is a mess. Blood everywhere, chewed up corpses. Now, one of the things that I've been meaning to talk to you about is we've discussed this concept in the past of...
What is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Cesar.
Of Dark Raiden and the impact that the whole Nymeria situation had on him. And we talked about this idea that his ability to bind spirits was an ability that was kind of ingrained in him as a child growing up as an Ashaba, and that that ability had been taken away from him after he killed 2 cultists in cold blood. I've been thinking about that. And thinking to myself, it's time to explain that a bit more. All right? And I'm not sitting here telling you that this is a concept I had all along. What I'm saying is that I knew that I was going to be following this idea that the power had been stripped away from him. I was going to pursue that idea. But I had sort of alluded to the fact that some divine being or creature or something was responsible for taking away the power. And it occurred to me, it might be interesting, it might be more interesting, rather than saying that there's some divine being out there, Tuwaka or RK or something like that, that has taken this power away from him, because what we understand is that the Aedra have much less direct impact on the world of mortals than the Daedra do, that rather than saying that one of these gods, took enough of an interest to give a crap and take away this power, I'm thinking it might be more interesting to say that Nymeria herself stripped away his power. Because he basically told her to her face that he wasn't going to do it. That he wasn't going to take her ring, and that he had no interest in serving her,
What? Who is this, brother?
representing
Another
her in
of the
any way,
spoonskins
that kind of
looking
thing.
for food? This one wasn't trapped with us. You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
So essentially what he did is he put his thumb in the eye of a Daedric prince. And this Daedric prince has gotten her revenge. And she has stripped him of the very power that makes him a Shaba. Talk about, like, the ultimate revenge, the ultimate spiteful act, right? And it's just the kind of thing that a Daedric prince would do. All right. Adjust the volume a bit. All right. We've got a moment here. Been at this for a while. Take a break, get something to eat. Seems like a good time to F5 it, my friends. Woohoo! Okay. Damn. You know what? I'm going to save some of these dwarven bolts. We can give them to Goldir next time we see him. Whew. All right, that got a little dicey there. I was hitting all kinds of keys I didn't mean to. All right, what do we got here? Amulet of Talos. Helmet of Victory. Don't know if I have that. Okay. Anyway, I just feel like that lends a little bit of additional color to the entire experience. Oh, look at the fumes in here. That can't be good, right? That's the same spider. And I think that what that does is it lends additional power and credence to this idea that he hates the Daedric princes. He's come to hate them. Including Meridia. just because he's beginning to see them as taking this active role in interfering with his goal, which is what has been to find his purpose, right? And this whole encounter with Nymera and her cult led him down this dark path and has contributed to this situation he finds himself in now, where, you know, he's in the middle of trying to figure out who he is and what his mission is, and suddenly he's got this Daedric prince and her people screwing with him and then stripping him of his power. It adds additional flavor. And if you know anything about this quest that we're on, you know that we've got an encounter with another Daedric prince coming up very soon. And a Daedric prince who is quite unique among the princes. A Daedric prince who could conceivably actually have something that Raiden wants. So, could get interesting. Look at that. 92, two-handed. Tell you what, this character build does have the effect of making you feel like you're an awesome swordsman, even if you find yourself floundering around to try and stay alive sometimes, which happens. You guys have seen me die enough to know that. But even so, I love the fighting style. Always been a big fan of sword and board style fighting as well. I've played a lot of characters that are fighters. Very few of them have I actually done a YouTube series for so much. I do enjoy them. And piecing together those combos is a lot of fun. Come on, you bastard. Oh, a blacksmith's filter. Man, could we use that? Okay, let's go see if we can get this door open. Trapped. Ooh, man. Got at least one key block in there, but I missed another one. Took a nice heavy hit. Fur collar. Sure. That's an interesting piece of gear. We'll keep it. Why not? So I think what's going on in this character's head right now is he's very frustrated. He's extremely frustrated, and I would say that the feelings that are going on inside him are awfully close to despair, I would say. I think the further he gets away from what he considers to be his true path to understanding, the more frustrated he's going to get. The more he's going to be feeling as though he's straying away from the path his mother set him on, which is extremely important to him. Let's just have a look. Uh-oh. More Talos amulets. Interesting. And of course, now we're starting to see the Falmer stuff. Means we gotta be vigilant. Falmer archers, brutal. Gotcha. It's kind of amazing to think these ill-equipped people made it this far down in here. Between the Falmer and the Dwemer stuff. All right, let's get serious here. So I think going forward, we're going to be looking for ways to express that frustration. Whoa. That was quite the sneak attack. And why are you doing that? All right. Some water. Chop. Apple. Okay, I'm going to F5 here. Ambush. There was a really excellent question in the comments several episodes ago that I think is worth reiterating because we haven't talked about it recently. And it was a question regarding why, if restoration is important to this character, isn't he using restoration spells to heal himself? What we kind of established with that is that he's not a spellcaster. His abilities in restoration have to do more with passive capability. So, innate, holy type abilities based on his heritage. So, in doing that, I'm refraining from doing restoration spell casting. Now, I think that's going to change here shortly, but the way that it's going to change is that we're going to have a transition coming up here, I think, where Raiden will start using restoration spells, but he's going to be using restoration spells in the context of Okado's recital, which means that they will be automatically cast when he's in combat. So he won't be physically casting them. They will be cast automatically, as if they were an innate ability. But I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that yet. In other words, I haven't figured out which spells I'm going to use for that. Okay, now there's a Falmer below us here. See him? He's going to be coming up to the left. Let's try to flank him. Gotcha. All right. Whew. See, now the Falmer, as far as combatants go, they don't worry me too much. But they're archers. Their archers are the worst. Lethal. And playing at this difficulty level with this combat overhaul, they can one-shot me. I have to be super careful. Careful, careful. See, now look at that. One shot with an arrow took me down. Took me down half my health. All right. And I don't heal myself to the max all the time. I try to let my health build itself up. So most of the time when I'm in combat not at full health, which gets a little scary now and again. All right, let's do ourselves a favor here. Just checking to see. All right, we got our instincts going. There we go. Chain together a couple power attacks there. The thing I like about Wildcat Combat Overhaul is it does make combat more lethal and much more decisive. So the fights are shorter, the damage is higher, but it also rewards you in interesting ways for doing a good job, you know? Good combinations or good, you know, connected shots, being smart. It has ways of helping you conserve your stamina and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. So rarely do I feel like I'm under this pressure where I'm running out of stamina. More often than not, I don't feel that, which is good. Come on, asshole. All right, now this guy's trouble. He's trouble. Let's pull back here. 3 of them. All archers. They're being pretty cautious. Trying to make them commit. Man, they're ready to go. All right, we took one shot in the shoulder. Break his guard. There we go. Whew. I think that's about the best outcome I could have hoped for there. I'm going to go this way. Ooh, there we go. Ah, nuts. Okay. We're gonna save here. It's time. Healing. Let's do 20 full. We'll goose the stamina as well. Oh, man. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. They can one-shot you. It's deadly. It's deadly. All right, let's try this again. There's got to be a better way to confront them. And I'm thinking lightning strike. Try the lightning strike. Okay, we're whittling away, but we're taking lots of damage too. Oh, there we go. Oh. Just gotta suck it up, man. Gotta suck it up. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now, it felt like we were taking more damage than we actually were. And some of that is contributed, it can be attributed. Where is this now? Glacial ruins. Okay, that's gonna take us back up. We don't want to do that. Some of it is attributed to the fact that we've got a perk that allows us to take slightly less damage when we're in motion. And it makes a great case for being aggressive. Really aggressive. And it's when I forget that, that's always when I get burned, when I forget that. When I hang back and I try to set up a defense and I let them come to me, that is always when I get burned. So, I just constantly have to remind myself of that. Oh, good grief. Goes on and on, does it not? Okay, here we go. Do another lightning strike type attack here. Oh, no good that time. Right in the throat. That's another thing about this mod. The body areas they hit you in, I think, make a difference. Oh, shoot. I gotta do this one again. All right, here we go. Same plan as before. Sprint. There we go. Woo! All right, all right, all right. F5, bastard. F5, you bastard. Ebony ore. All right. Now, let's get a move on. What does this guy have? He had some gold. All right, this looks like a good place right here. F5. All right, we are rapidly approaching the fateful entrance to Blackreach. All right. Got ourselves flanked there. That was no good. Okay, let's get some room. Let's get some room. Let's take that spider first. All right. Clean up that mess a bit. Okay. All right, he's committed. Oh, wow, neat. Haha, I did a charging power attack right off the edge. That's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. Now I know. All right. Any loot? Don't you get the impression that Falmers stink? I bet you they reek. What do you think? I don't know. All right, well, we are rapidly approaching our final destination here, ladies and gentlemen. So, I think that's going to end it for this episode of Unbound Workshop. I want to thank you for checking it out. If you'd like to get involved and play along with us, check out unbound.charactercrusade.com for all the current play rules. You can join the discussion with other players by joining our Discord community at discord.charactercrusade.com. You can find Character Crusade Unbound podcast on iTunes and YouTube. Everything is linked from our website at charactercrusade.com. And we also have a full schedule of upcoming live streams. We are halfway through Season 1. Still plenty of time to jump on board and get in on the fun if you're interested in doing that. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.